Okay. I'll tell you when you have seen it.
Great. Good morning, everyone. Are you okay with that? Good. My name is Helena Lindelöf. I work at Umeå University of Technology. I'm also head of engineering at the design department for prefab manufacturing. So I stand here today with something that relates to prefab, of course, because that's my area. We just heard from previous speaker that a lot of uncertainty actually resides in the design process, and that is very iterative and specialized at times, so very difficult to make this move forward. Several methods have been proposed also during this conference to support this process, and we just saw another framework presented, and I'm sure that was not the last one. So I just took a step back, as was previously recommended, and to look at, okay, so is there something situational here? So we can learn something from looking at the different prefab situations, for example. So my work is related to that. And I started off with this framework that our research group has been toying around with for maybe 10 years now. And it shows the different situations that we can have in prefabrication. And most of the construction situations that are related in this conference, they pertain to rows number 1 and 2 in this model. So it's when you start early on with knowing nearly nothing or maybe something and moving forward. And the prefab situations come further down when you have a lot invested in beforehand. You know what you're doing, or your client actually know what he wants. So those would be the situations on the lower end. My company that I represent is on row 3. We have several single-family homes producers that represent row 4, where you have fully defined products and move forward through configuration. So what we did was to look into the literature that's presented on the IGLC, and the cause for this was actually me being commissioned with a question from the Architects Society in Sweden. They came to me and said, "Can you finish a report? The guy who made this, he just disappeared." And I was, "Oh yeah, sure. And what's the subject?" And it was on agile. So, right, need to learn here. So I did that because I have never worked with agile myself, but I needed to understand the basics. So through doing that commission, I learned something about that, and also Last Planner, which is very much a constituent of this conference. I complemented that with knowledge on design and prefabrication, because that's my native speech. So agile. It was interesting in the former framework that the client was not so prominent. So agile project management is actually one method where you let the client be part of the design process. And I think that's the greatest strength about this. You can play around everything with Scrum and Sprint and whatever, but being part of the design team as a client is what the agile project management method really brings. So it makes it very good in the situation where you don't really know where to go. So if we look into Last Planner, this is more productive in the sense that you're going streamline ahead and you want to produce. And the client is not so prominent here. It's not so visible. And full planning in a team and getting that team together is the core essence of this. So it's very, very nice to get everyone on the same page and for goal setting. But it's not so good for interacting with the client and not so good for reflecting back to the client. That's not the core constituent of Last Plan. I'm sure you're doing it, so don't argue. So once you go to prefab, you have a lot of repetition. So at our company, we have developed a version of Last Planner that has prefabricated components. So we have snippets of the design process that we combine into a design process that is repetitive. And of course, this is because the product that we make going to be redesigned the same way all the time. And also, the sequence of what we do is going to be made the same way all the time. So what you're looking at is our visual board. It's now being digitized, and we're repeating this process in every design project. And which means, of course, that we can use the entire arsenal of what is there in Lean. We can have a standard operation sheet. We can improve on the processes. We can improve on the snippets and the combinations. So we use that when we can, and we allow new and creative parts also to enter this process. We have named it, or it is named, Knowledge, Innovation, Visual Planning. We have a shorthand, KOIVP, which everyone is in our company just use as a denominator for this. The last row, very last, when you have everything predefined and fixed, where you know what to produce, your house is made, your house is done, you actually don't need a design process. So it might be even unfair to label it not a design process, because here you can program everything. So just let the computer do it. And I spoke to a company that is a colleague of ours. They produce single-family homes. Their design process is 3 days. What they do is the building permit for the society around us, and then just produce the production drawings. That's it. And our design process is mostly like 5 months. So it's a bit of a difference. My argument here is not that one is better than the other. It's just the situation. And also, I would like to remind you about cost, because it's very costly to do agile project management setup. You need a lot of resources, a lot of meetings, a lot of people. So it better be worthwhile. Not to attempt when you have something that's or pre-thought. On the other hand, lower down, the design configuration could be extremely cheap when it's running, but it's very expensive to make work. So I think the framework here, where I just connect the different methods to the different levels of prefab, could be useful if you're a company and would like to choose, okay, where am I? I've heard this. Is this good? Is that better? Is this something for me? Don't know. So as the previous speaker said, the context is very much not to be neglected. And I think that awareness of the context is what should propel us further in design method development. And also, the operation strategy of the company is very important. So if you have a company that doesn't really know what the operations are going to do, then you must think even harder and also be strategic about this. So I think that the kayak is great. So I would just like to say thank you from the Nordic Project Sweden.